Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ECC Season 8 Division 4 playoffs. We are getting ready for the lower bracket final. It's Division 4 playoffs. ILV Purple versus Disconnected eSports. It's gonna be spicy. And I'm so happy with life because I get to be joined by a sexy Scottish person who everybody simps over at this point. So I am Mikey, and I'm, of course, joined by Faded. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much, Mikey. Glad to be here. And yeah, we're going on with the Division 4 playoffs halfway through the broadcast, and we're here for the losers final, as we said. And for this match, we have ILV Purple and Disconnected eSports. Epsilon was disconnected. They had a very nice performance in their first match. A 4-0 sleep over FC Net Neat, so great start to their run here. And going up against ILV Purple, that's have a bit of vengeance here because, of course, they had to forfeit the earlier series actually against Bad Karma due to technical issues, which is really unfortunate. But, you know, they're here to prove the worth, get up to the finals and rematch Bad Karma and maybe prove that, you know, that they can actually get the victory this time without any issues whatsoever. So it's looking to be exciting this upcoming match anyway, if Disconnected can pull off an upset here.
Yeah, I think Disconnected, well, going off the shambolic performance of the last series, for those of you that were watching, the big difference here is Dynamite isn't with us. It is Snoowu. We've discovered Snoowu. What a name. I'm here for it. So Snoowu, Rocks, and Bearded taking on the team of Morgan, Caesar, and Wi-Fi. So I think ILV Purple, definitely the favourites. But should we stop waffling on and get started with this Division 4 playoff game? It's ILV Purple taking on DC Epsilon. The winner takes on Bad Karma in the final later on. And we are getting underway.
Indeed, we are kicking off with the losers final here. And the ball going neutral to begin when there comes Sizer. He's looking for that early opportunity and he will bury it. And what a way for ILV Purple to start here. 7 seconds is all it took, but they found themselves with the early lead.
When we talk about shambolic, pure demonstration right there. We appreciate it. All it took was 7 seconds, and it was still just as shambolic as Sherry's entire life at this point. So a great start, 7 seconds. What more can you ask for?
Exactly, it's the start that ILV won. You can understand they maybe are a bit down themselves after the earlier series, but you know, that's what they need, that early goal. But already it's disconnected, and you talk about shambolic. That is a state that absolutely should have been made from Wi-Fi, and Bearded gets gifted one here.
Wi-Fi, come on. Now, I've never known any Wi-Fi to be reliable, but I expected better. That was abysmal, to say the least.
You'd expect a bit more out of Wi-Fi here, even though it's not the most reliable of things in the world. But here comes Wi-Fi again. He was trying to make a play of his own on the attack, but the ball not going in the direction he wanted. And now he is going to be able to take some possession here. Going to cross it over his own net, which is a good play, definitely. Tried to get over to Morgan, but now he'll be having to follow it up himself. Decides to now puts it down to Wi-Fi. Oh, that is a big touch down the field. And Snoowu trying to get the save there, but Morgan now is trying to drop it down. Rocks will get it out, and now Bearded will be able to position it away, but it is now the LV side with possession. Morgan passed one, cannot get it past the second, misflip, but now sides are having a chance, but really there's not much he could have done with that. A long shot not being the option. The Wi-Fi coming in for one more, that one being put wide, and it's LV Purple trying to get some offensive pressure, but really these shooting attempts are just wasteful at the moment.
Absolutely. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Scoreline's 1-1. And it's just... I don't know any other word to say other than shambolic. And the double commit comes in again. And Snoowu comes straight back in to send it into the field. And it's just it's very similar to what we saw last series. Hopefully it will spice up, because ILV Purple, they do have the ability to do so. It is just whether DC Epsilon will be able to keep up with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has been ILV that are starting to put on more pressure here, as they had another opportunity potentially, but Morgan was not in a position to capitalize on that. Now here comes Wi-Fi. The shot being blocked by Snoo. Follow from Morgan. There's no power behind it. And Rox will be able to get away as we approach halftime. ILV starting to find control in this game, but now is disconnected, breaking out finally. Here goes Bearded trying to take it around the corner wall. It's 2 players in the same position for ILV. They'll be able to get out, but that is a poor touch from Morgan. And Wi-Fi again, the Cyclone Slider needs to bail him out, which he will do. And that is yet another scare for the ILV defense, as it is Sizer now with an open net. He tries to go for the top left. Wi-Fi follows it up, finds the top right, and it will be ILV to retake the lead.
Wi-Fi has just proved exactly how unreliable Wi-Fi is in the world. Because the shambles that has been Wi-Fi's game so far, and then he pipes up and slots a goal away. Which we appreciate, because that's what you need at this point. And it is absolutely ridiculous. But, Wi-Fi, okay, I see you. Keep it up, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's a duality of man. Like, on defense, he is not looking the best, and that's putting it lightly. But on attack, he can definitely get things done. Alright. I don't know what to say about that, but Stu, what on earth was going through your brain there?
There will be no oo-woos for Snoo-woo, because that was a shambles. If Snoo-woo had left that, that would not have gone in. And I just think... I'm sorry, I know we're in Division 4, but with that play... do you know... Division 7 at this point, absolute shambles!
You know, I think we'll be saying shambles or shambolic quite a lot. You know, today. It's already been said a bit too much, but I mean, my words, this first game has not been it for really either of these teams, but disconnected on the receiving end of it right now, as we do see Bearded up. He's going for that shot, can't find contact. It was a big chance for him as their Wi-Fi coming from the sidewall to get this one out. He's got no boost, but he does manage to find a dunk after being bumped. He gives Sizer a chance, but it is 50-50 the way. Now here comes Morgan. Ball going into the middle. Bearded will make that. Now he's trying to put it down the wing with Sizer with a good block. Tries to get to the side. He's going to try to continue on his own. It does bounce outward. Bearded going to get up to that one. And now, approaching the final minute of this game, ILV Purple really, all I have to do is just hold on to this lead. They'll have the first game win comfortably, because disconnected, especially in this last half, have been really off the pace.
Yeah, the speed of the play is just not there. They're almost not tight enough. They're sort of like, well, doesn't that just say it all? And at this point, it's just... Honestly, I feel like I'm watching Solar and Nitrox playing a game, because, like, it is just that level of bad. But at the end of the day, you know, this game, 40 seconds left. Okay, write it off. You're not going to score 3 goals in 40 seconds. At this point, hit the regain, sort your rotations out, sort your speed out, communicate properly, and start playing as a team. Because at the moment, it's just random one things, and as I say, play as a team. That is what they do. Bearded slots it home after a great pass from Snoo-woo. Coming off the side there, great feathering of that boost. Bearded in the right position, slots it home. That's the goal that they would have needed.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, that proves to us that Disconnected can string together something in offense. So they make up for that earlier own goal there. A really nice pass into the center, and equally Bearded getting a good finish. And so, whilst, yeah, this game is, you know, almost certainly out of reach, it's good to get a goal like that, and you'll start to recuperate. You know, get yourself some momentum going into game 2, because Disconnected, especially being the underdogs, and, you know, considering as well how this game has gone for them, really needed that. And so the clock counts down. It is an ILV Purple first game win, but Disconnected showing us that they have more to bring to the table than we were first thinking. And so we'll see. They've got a minute to sort themselves out, Disconnected, and we'll be finding out what they can do going forward.
I mean, they need to fix their entire lives by the looks of it, because that was some
Mhm.
next level just shenanigans. I mean, to be fair to DC Epsilon, this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why they would swap out Snoowu at this point, and not have Dynamite carrying on, because they had, they were going really well at the end of that game. They'd stepped up, they had their rotation sorted, etc. It was all going well. Having that said, Snoowu didn't have a bad game, well, except for that one goal.
Well.
We just won't talk about that. Might as well go back to Minecraft streams if we're going to relive that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they would have that mid-shift in the middle of playoffs at such a risky time as well.
Mhm.
So maybe that's coming into it, because they're trying to find the flow of each other, because obviously no two players are going to be exactly the same, playing the exact same way. No matter how much you play together, that's just not going to happen. So maybe that's coming into it. But DC Epsilon, be better. That's the only thing I can say. Get good, scrub. Thank you very much.
I mean, that's the simplest way to put it, at least, if you just need to get better, really, improve, go next. And that's surely what Disconnected needs to do here. I mean, the full minute's been taken here, albeit because of us waffling on, but, we'll see what they can do. Shake off the nerves, especially with Stewart. It's his first game, but, well, that's not the way you want to do it, especially with a kickoff goal being conceded like that.
Right, then. What? You know what? 2 seconds. 2 seconds. We spoke about shambles. Where was the keeper? Where was the defense? That had to be one of the worst kickoffs I think I've ever seen in ECC history. And that is saying something, because we've seen some shambolic ones.
Well, it's ILV getting it early once again, and Morgan is gonna absolutely tank that one through into the net. Look at again, he had so much space up against Snoowu, really. You're putting it into the defender and forcing it out. It's a smart play, and it worked out pretty well for him. And so ILV Purple off to a flying start once again, and in fact managing to go 2-0 up in this one. Quicker before. I don't think they went 2-0 up in the last game, if I remember correctly, but still, very quick start. But oh my words! Okay, that was unbelievable. He managed to save it off the line, and then the ball gets shot right into where both defenders are. I mean, I'm not sure how ILV Purple got away without conceding that one. They'll be counting our lucky stars after that. But, oh my, it's high drama already in Game 2.
Exactly what you wanted, though. You told them come out fighting, get good, and there's definitely an improvement from both sides at this point. And it's great to see Wi-Fi Feathering Boost nicely gets a touch on it, send it downfield for the time being. And what is Snoowu doing? I'm done. Done. Nothing else to say. Take it away, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we'll be going on with the second game, and Wi-Fi open net for him, bearded. Oh, he nearly had it. He tried to put it off the bottom. Quite frankly, it was the only way he's going to save it, but crikey.
That was actually really unlucky. I was really unlucky. And I've got to give some credit to Bearded there. He made the effort. There's not much he could do. And it was either going to go in or it wasn't. And at that occasion, it did not go his way. That's just so unfortunate. But a great shot from Wi-Fi. Slots that home. And I'm not being funny, but we're not even at... We're a minute and a half into the game. 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0.
Wow.
Wow. That's all you can really say about that. But to be fair, it's a good setup and great finish from Wi-Fi. There was no one defending the backboard, sure, but they made the most of it. They were given the opportunity, and it was well executed. So your props to ILV Purple for that place. I mean, 4-0 after 90 seconds, maybe 5-0. No rocks will deny it. But my word, talk about improvements. ILV Purple have definitely stepped up to the plate here, whereas Disconnected, just like game 1, really out of it as ILV are hammering on the pressure, but it's a counter-attacking chance for Rocks. He gets it off that corner wall, and Snoowu, he makes an attempt, but it will be nowhere near enough there as the Bearded tries to stall in the midfield for his teammates to get back, but now it's Wi-Fi up again for a shot, going wide of the net once again, and now it's Disconnected. They have a chance. Here's Snoowu What can he do? He pinched it into the ceiling. Bearded, can he make the shot? He does. He gets behind both defenders. And whilst there was not much speed behind the shot, the placement is what did it there.
Do you know what? That was actually great. They were so quick on that counter-attack that the ILV Purple defense had to scramble. And it got to the point where it came up. It was a great pass. And that tiny hit in the exact position he needed got him that goal. Otherwise, that might not have gone the way that it went. But that was a real good attacking play from that team. And I think that was a bit of a step up. Now keep it going. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a step up indeed, but really this is now a step back down. I mean, you talk about it, you take a step forward, maybe there's a couple steps back now as Bearded. I'm not sure why he didn't commit to that. He's the only player that can. He was in position, but in the end he bailed and Morgan takes the free shot.
The free shot was there, so we head straight back in to the kickoff. Bearded sending it downfield, but Caesar is there to do absolutely nothing with it. Morgan goes back downfield. The shot is off, bounces off the backboard once again. Sent straight back down though on that counter-attack. Caesar getting that block on Bearded, stopping him right in his tracks as Wi-Fi using it downfield. A little game of ping pong at the moment in this game. And I really want to be the person to turn around and go, oh, anything can happen in Rocket League. It can go anybody's game. Oh, I really thought that was going to go in then. Knowing the shambolic defending that we've had, I expected it to. But the save is there from Bearded. 1 minute 50 on the clock. And it can go anyway at this point.
Yeah. And you were thinking with that shot, maybe it could have, you know, been that 6 for ILV. And at this point, they're poised to take the second game victory. And they've really stepped it up for the previous game, whereas Disconnected still in the place they were before, in a hole, and they need to get out of it real soon. It's ILV on attack again, and here comes Sizer, launches it into the ceiling. Morgan tries to get up to it, and Rocks can't find contact either. Neither can Bearded, and it is an open net. Wi-Fi comes in, it's off the post, and Snoowu onagles it, and oh, that is painful to watch, Mikey.
So, where do I begin? Can we just get Dynamite back? Because I don't know where this Snoowu has come from. Also, great name. I'm still obsessed with the name. I don't know where Snoowu's come from, but please go back to where you came from. Give us Dynamite back, because that is twice now. And an open net again, another miss coming in. And I'm like, honestly, this entire thing is just more disappointing than Snakebite at this point.
And Snakebite, oh jeez, I don't think Ems will be happy with that one, but nonetheless, 6-1 in this game, and ILV have had this one in the bag for ages, and you know, it's even more, and to add salt to the already open, gaping wound, it is the Brazil coming through, Sizer making it that way, and I don't think there was much more we can say about Game 2 here. It's ILV just absolutely smashing Disconnected out the park here. And really for Disconnected, where do you go from here? And Mike, I know you're going to say, oh, get Dynamite back.
You retire. That's what you do. You retire.
My word. That's all you got for them, huh?
What do you want from me? It's 7-1. Hang up the boots and go and get a life, because you need to retire. Shambolic, left, right, and center. Oh my, I can't cope. 15 seconds on the clock. Roxy sending it downfield once again. She's coming off the wall. Sends it to the middle to Wi-Fi for a little passing play between them, which is great to see. But is there any point? And I just realised we have more games to watch of this one series, and I just don't know if I can take it.
Yeah, we still, like, this was only Game 2, this thing, and yeah, it may only be 2 more, as we see Vox actually leaving the game, so I'm not sure what he could be doing. Maybe it's a car switch, maybe a substitution, we don't know, but we'll find out momentarily. But yeah, that game from ILV was absolute smacking, to say the least. Yeah, really Disconnected. The way they're playing right now, they just got to throw it out. Whatever this playbook is, right? Throw it into fire and burn it, and start writing up a new one straight away. Because they have got to change something drastically, because at the moment, it looks like a solo standard lobby when that was still a thing.
Do you think that we should send them some YouTube tutorials? We will send them
Yeah.
the basics of Rocket League 101. And
You know what we should
just
send them?
that.
We send them Gregan's tabletop tactics.
Oh my gosh,
That
yeah.
would be a really good. And to be fair, those guys are great, and you should take it from the Guild eSports coach, of all people. And so, you know what? We'll send them a playlist, and they can have a quick watch over them, and then they can really figure some stuff out. That is maybe the play, or you can say retire and switch to Valorant or something. I don't know, but anyways,
Valorant! He said Valorant! Get out!
No, come on, big. Well, to be fair, with the way they're shooting, you're not going to hit anything in that game either. So, I mean,
I recommend
don't
Ping
know.
Pong.
Ping pong. Man, ping pong's good
It's a
fun.
great game.
We love ping pong, and maybe they'll enjoy it as well. We'll see. But first off, we'll have to have them see out this series if Disconnected can salvage anything. So here we go. It is going to be. It's a 2-goal lead if you haven't already caught on to that for ILV Purple. And now it's Disconnected trying to make their way back into the series. But maybe it could be started here as Rocks and the trusty Dominus going to get the first goal for Disconnected.
I'm sorry, but in what kind of parallel universe have I just transported to? Because that was very, very different. But I'm okay with it. However, I will point out in the last series, they did the same thing. They came out of the gate very strong in one of the games. They got a goal and then it fell apart. Will that happen this series is yet to be seen. But 1-0, that's the start that they would have wanted after that thrashing. And as I say that, Morgan is not going to let it happen.
Yeah, Morgan is just on a mission here, and a 1-2 pass going out between him and Sizer. Beautifully done. And you're dropping it into Sizer into the corner, and then just getting it underneath the last defender. That's what you love to see out of LV. It's what they've been doing great so far this series. And so that 1-goal lead really did not last long at all, and now Disconnected for them. They are back to square one, and they'll have to build upon it from here. As we do see Disconnected now in the defense again. Morgan out up for this. No shot to be found here. Rock's going to try and take some possession. Can't get it past Wi-Fi though, so he has to help him out there. They're barely having a chance. He does get it past Sizer, but at the cost of his own life there now. Morgan forced to make a save, and there's Rocks, but he was not able to make the read he wanted.
Absolutely not. Bumps coming in left, right, and centre though as it comes back in. No, it's not.
No.
That was more disappointing than your hairline. I didn't think that was possible.
What?
Just watch this. Bounces up. Morgan! Pull your stuff together. Thank you very much.
Right. Well, I've been on the receiving end of the Easter roast. Courtesy of Mikey here. But you know what? I respect it here because, to be honest, that's all the series has been so far. And yeah, Morgan, questionable reads, you could say unfortunate, but he did not want to be dropping it down like that because he's given Rocks a free goal, so it's Disconnected. Against want to play definitely back into the lead here. Only 90 seconds gone, no, and that's another shot being put towards the net. Wi-Fi was the one to make that, but in the end is saved. And now back into the Disconnected half, really struggling to get a hold of themselves here as it is Rocks off the corner wall trying to make the block, but it's in the middle. Wi-Fi will pick up on it to tie us up again.
Well, that was kind of pretty. I was here for that. That was kind of cute. Came into the area, Wi-Fi slots it home. Everybody got sucked into the goal explosion. I support it. That was what we wanted to see. But I would like to see more mechanics. So if everybody could just step it up and not have the shambles that we've been having this entire night, I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, another bump.
Yeah, we talk about mechanics. How about they channel the inner astral, and then maybe they can get somewhere with this. As our sides are a bit awkward for him, but he still gets it away. You saw he missed that boost. He had nothing to go off of, but he was still able to beat the incoming attacker. And now we see Morgan putting it to the center for Wi-Fi. Oh, the back flip comes through. He can't get the shot and allows Rocks a free save. Now, here comes Bearded up against Wi-Fi. It pinches into the sidewall. Now, Stewart having a look at it. It's out into the side again. Rocks, big dunk. Wi-Fi now going to get up to Sizer, who sends it forward. And it will now be the side Disconnected to play it out their own half. But Snoower not getting a touch he wanted, and Morgan has a potential chance. That went wide, and now Wi-Fi coming back on it. Gets it underneath the defender, and it is the second for Wi-Fi himself and the third for his team.
Look at Wi-Fi go. He's impressed me now. Oh no. I was so excited about Wi-Fi, and I just did not realize how shambolic Snoo's attempt at save was there. 3-2 at this point to ILV Purple, and will that be all she wrote for them? Is yet to be seen. I honestly think these teams just need to spend the entire off-season grinding at this point, because I'm just amazed that these guys made it through to playoffs. My mind is blown.
Yeah, to say that, they're not having the performance we were perhaps expecting out of them here, but now they have a chance. Here comes Bearded. Oh, he had the shooting chance. He's trying to put it high, and Snoowood, it's off the bar again. Golden chance slipping out of their grasp, and it's ILV getting away with it, but they're still under pressure. They are now fighting a way out. Another shot from Bearded, and it's a good idea there for Snoowood to go for that bump, but he just wasn't able to reach the defender in time. And now ILV back in attack. Here comes Dicer. Not a whole lot of boost, but he puts it into the wall. It drops down Wi-Fi. He can't finish it. Here goes Morgan now. He misses. And it is still Wi-Fi trying to keep it in a disconnected half. And really, it's a way to go for them. They don't want to give up a chance to disconnect it again, because they haven't been able to secure some of the few chances they've had thus far. As now it's Snoowood all on his own. It starts making life a bit miserable for him, being on his case. And now the 1 minute mark here, ILV Purple still lead by a single goal here, and they are keeping disconnected out of their half.
And it's very important to do, as again the net is just wide open. We've seen a few fakes coming in. We've seen a lot of drama so far. Wi-Fi is going to take it slowly, but he actually passes it to Rocks there as he's sent it back downfield. It's one of them where anything can happen. 30 seconds, the bump comes in. But again, there's just one defender back. This is very, very dangerous at this point. Comes straight back into the area. Snoo gets the block, a very light hit at that, but Rocks is there to follow it up. There's only one defender to deal with, and that is Wi-Fi. Unable to do anything. He's there in the area. The shot is there. The goal is there from Bearded. 20 seconds on the clock, and we are all even in this game.
And all I have to say to that is ball side rotation from Wi-Fi, and that put him in such a sticky spot. And really, he had to get control over that, but he just wasn't sure of how he wants to get it. And by the time he was trying to make up his mind, it was too late. The ball was center, and it is punished. And so, late goal coming out from disconnected, and they're going on the attack again. Rocks, though, not getting the touch he needs now. Snoowood on his own. The counter attack of ILV Purple. The touch is not great. Oh, Snoowood, and it is Sizer with 2 seconds to spare to get the go-ahead goal.
Can we just get a round of applause for Snoo for the setup? Because I honestly think it deserves a round of applause, because it was just that bad.
Yeah, I'm really with Snoo. Like, being the last defender, you cannot make a touch like that, and it's what will put ILV Purple up to match point. 3-0 in the series, and it was a much closer affair that time. Disconnected definitely had some more fights in them, but it's still not enough. They're making blunder after blunder after blunder. And now, especially after conceding a goal like that at the end, it's going to be very disheartening. And it's reverse sweep territory. And I have no conviction whatsoever that Disconnected can make a feat like that happen.
Sorry, I'm just wondering when Faded took a load of delusional juice, because that is not the one, honey. What do you mean, what? There ain't no way DC Epsilon are coming back from this.
I just said
that's no. Oh, is that what you said? Okay, maybe I'm just not with it.
I said there's no conviction that Disconnected can do this.
Okay, maybe. All right.
Get your hearing aids on, mate.
Yeah, do you know what? Sit down, Faded. Sit down. You're Scottish. I win. Right.
All right.
I Purple taking the win once again. To be honest, not a bad game. We can note that Bearded and Snoo, they are taking their time in this break to get their stuff together. Hopefully, Snoo is able to step it up in this next game. At this point, it isn't the worst game going for them. I'm trying to be nice, okay? ILV Purple.
You're just saying it could be worse.
It could be worse!
Well, yeah.
They got goals at least!
Objectively speaking, yes, it could be worse. And you know what? It is bad, for Disconnected. They're not having a great time whatsoever. But to be fair, that third game, they did make it, a close one. Indeed. And I was thinking maybe they could bring out a victory this one by some miracle, but it got ripped away from them. And so now it's game 4. And for Disconnected, they've got to be pretty much flawless from here on out, which we know is very, very unlikely to happen. But you never know what they could have up their sleeve. But ILV, they're on form. They're the ones in the driver's seat. And so really, it's, their game to lose at this point for ILV. But really, it's not much pressure because if they just play the way they're playing and keep it clean, then they'll have a victory in this one.
I would like, for next season's playoffs for Division 4, can we have a counter in the chat, Empathy? We're petitioning for a counter. So we can just do exclamation point mistake, and we'll just count how many mistakes have been made. Because if I see one more player miss the ball so randomly like they've been doing, I think I will actually lose brain cells.
You've not lost any already, is what you're telling me.
What do you mean? I'm casting with you. Of course I've lost brain cells.
Oh my god, right.
Don't know what you expect from me.
Well, to be fair, I was not expecting much else, actually, so... I mean, I'll just have to take that one on the chin, but anyways... It's still 0-0, actually, in this game, but it's ILV on the attack at the moment. It will be cleared out, though, and here comes Rox, gonna put it forward. Morgan has that red, though. Here comes Stewart, late to that challenge, and it's now Bearded all by himself. Decides to take the challenge. It slows it down a little, but not by much. As Morgan, lovely touch out to Wi-Fi, but Stewart, that's more like it for him, having to make those challenges like that, being a bit more proactive this time. And we'll keep the sheet clean as their Wi-Fi. He tried to pre-jump that to catch Rox off guard. Now Bearded with a challenge there as well, and Rox with a forward touch. It could be a chance, but Morgan now finds himself with a bit of space and time. Attempts a Cookster pinch, but it's into Stewart, who drops it back into Rox. So I mean, with this game, I must say, it is looking a bit better for Disconnected, actually, but as I say, that's not what he wants, and I mean, that's his cast his cards, isn't it? I'm giving them credit, they're looking good, but then it's just a slip up like that. But aside from that, it's been a mostly clean game from Disconnected, as they will have to make another save there. But halfway through this game, we're scoreless here, Mikey.
I mean, that's a miracle in itself, but is Snuwu living in like a 90 years old residential home and needs full-time care or something? Because, like, come on, what is going on? As the shot comes in from Bearded, I don't know how many shots have been missed. Oh, let's see what happens here. Snuwu, oh my god, there's a touch. Can there be another? No, there cannot.
There is a touch.
They touched the ball! What a shot from Bearded!
Alright, Bearded, this game has been on it, I must say. And he's had so many close shots, but there we have it. 113 slots it right past Sizer. He had no chance. That was brilliant for Bearded, stepping up Pierce with 2 minutes and a second on the clock. Disconnected. I feel like that's actually for the first time in the series they're taking the lead, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe it could be 2. The Snoo were unable to do much with that, but now Rox has possession, puts it high off the back wall, and it takes 2 defenders from ILV get out. Now here comes Snoo, good challenge, and now it will be Sizer to put it down the field. Here comes Wi-Fi to try to take the shot, but nice touch from Snoo to get it a win. So in 90 seconds to go, Disconnected in the lead at the moment, but that might come undone, but the shot is not found for the ILV Purple side.
Snoo got a save, and I don't think I've ever been more proud of anything in my entire life than Snoo save right there. It's definitely been... Do you know what? This has been a better game. As much as we've seen the shambles that have been the mistakes left, right, and centre, it's... I don't know what's changed. I think just the speed and the rotations are better. And I think that's what's working well for them. If they can work on them mistakes, there's no reason why they can't do well. Snoo scored a goal! Oh my god!
He's done it! Snoo is having the redemption arc here, and that shot wasn't the prettiest, but he puts it where no defender could get it, and you gotta be proud of Snoo here. He's had a nightmare of a series, let's just say that, but this game has been looking great for him, and so he's put his team to 2-0 up with less than a minute to go. Disconnected might be able to get a game here, but ILV, you know them, they're on an attack here. The ball is high, you need to make the save. Subaru can't make it, but the shot had too much bounce on it. Here goes Wi-Fi and Morgan, they were both up. It was so risky to double commit there, but they get one back here, Mikey.
Absolutely. And the double commit was there. That could have been very dangerous, but at least it went in the net. If that had missed, that could have been deadly. 2-1, 42 seconds to go. It has been do you know what? As shambolic as it's been a great series of drama that's unfolded before our eyes. And with 35 seconds now, the demo comes in from Rox on Wi-Fi. It's anybody's game, but can DCE keep hold of it?
Let's find out. It's 20 seconds, and, you know, they've conceded in less time than this before. Let's see if they can do it. They have the attacking pressure, but it's a counter-attacking chance. Wi-Fi, the shot, it is off, but not the best save from Snoowood. The shot is high from Morgan, and now they just need to kill time off the clock, but ILV still going for it. That is a crucial bump there from the side of Disconnected, and now Wi-Fi has to keep this up. What can he do? The air dribble is putting it into Morgan. It will drop to the floor, and ladies and gentlemen, Disconnected take a game off of ILV Purple, and it was real close at the end, but they have done it, Mikey. You know, it's just some parallel universe. We were thinking ILV Purple have this one in the bag, but Disconnected, they have a win.
Honestly, I'm so proud. This has been a long time coming. They've put so much work into it. I'm so proud. I haven't been this happy since Nip Truck stopped being the stream manager, not being funny. But DC Epsilon, they take the victory, and that is what they needed to do. You know, Snoowu, got to give a lot of credit to Snoowu there, as much as I was roasting them throughout the game. Once Snoowu stepped up, it started to go well for them.
Yeah.
But you need to get their mistakes out and dealt with at the very, very beginning, because I'm not being funny. You wouldn't have been in that position if it wasn't for their mistakes. So, rotation, boost management, great that game. Was a lot better.
Yeah.
But please work on your accuracy and actually hit the ball.
Yeah, and that's really what's been costing them goals throughout the series. But you said it perfectly, Mike. I mean, the rotation, the boost management, you know, their pace has been a lot better in that game. And, you know, you got to give props to them. And Sue in particular, he's been struggling a lot this series. He had a really good game that time, getting some, you know, crucial saves there. And, of course, a goal himself to seal the deal. Well, not to seal the deal, but to give enough of a lead for Disconnected in that game. So here we are into game 5 here. Still ILV leading 3-1, and it is going to be the leaders of the series getting the early goal here.
That's what you need. Momentum also plays a huge part of it. So ILV, they knew they needed to come out of the gate strong, stop the momentum of DCE, and start getting on top of it. And that is exactly what they did there. They got on top 4 seconds in, and they take that lead. Very well done in the early stages of this game.
Yeah, they've been really good at those kickoffs in particular, actually. I think they've scored, you know, I think 3 goals at least now, just from kickoffs alone. They've been doing those really well, and now they're doing it once more as Sizer. 2 goals and 2 shots. This man is on it, and again, a 1-2 passing play with his mate Morgan. Gets it past Snoowu, who was in a far from optimal position to save that. And that is a 2-goal lead from ILV coming out the gates. All guns blazing here, and I know, as you said, Mike, they needed that early lead, but that could be a kickoff goal for Disconnected. Snoowu's shot just off the post.
Do you know what? That worked really well for ILV, and Rox nearly hit it himself then. That would have been very disappointing for him. Yeah, that goal came at a perfect time for them. And do you know what? What a great goal that was. They played that perfectly. The team pass was there. And that is what you need to see. And that is why they are going for that promotion. As it comes in and rocks, they're not going down without a fight.
Absolutely not. And they're capitalizing off of that. Now, Morgan's touch there. Of course, for you rank players out there, never do that, because that is awful. And that's why, because almost always someone is going to capitalize off of it. And with Roxy was pressuring Morgan to make a touch like that. It pitches perfectly to the center, and also the third man is not ready for it. And so, good capitalization from Rox, but will it matter? Absolutely not if Sizer is going to put in his start of the game.
Absolutely. Honestly, it is great shot, great pass, a great little pinch between them. That's what you need to be in ILV. They are showing what it takes to be better than Division 4. This is what it is about. You can't just be playing as individuals. You have to play as a team, and that is exactly what they are doing with great rotation, and it's going well for them as Morgan forced to make the save there from a great shot from Bearded. And again, the counter-attack is on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like for Disconnected in particular, actually, they've got to be shutting down these counter-attacks before they can even start, really. It just feels like they're backing off a little too early after making their own attacks. And so really I'd like to see someone trying to dive in and intercept it before and can get in, because these counter-attacks in particular have been a pain in the neck for the side of Disconnected, as they are under pressure now. It'll be Sluwit really trying to get onto that one. He does win that exchange, actually. And it'll be put to the back where Wi-Fi is up, maybe unnecessarily. Here comes Morgan to try finish it, but Rox has it. Now he's trying to put it out to the side, but Sluwit was way too close. The spacing has to be wider there for them to make a play out of that, as they're Bearded. Not the best touch, but it will set up Sluwit. And now it will be Wi-Fi into the side. Sluwit is there again, taps it into the center. Rox is up, does beat Wi-Fi. And now 2 minutes into this game, it's a 2-goal lead still, but Disconnected. Now they are trying to put themselves back into it as Rox attempts to center into Sluwit, and he does finish it off. Very well played from Disconnected.
I was literally just going to say that I appreciate that they're making the effort to make these team plays. As they've just, if they've just done there, that was a great goal, a great pass, and a great shot. That is what they need to do, and that's what they've started to do. But is it too little, too late?
I would not say so just yet. Okay, never mind, I take that back. It might be too little too late. Sizer, goal 4 from 4 shots, and really it was off the kickoff again. A touch had to be made there by Sluwit, really, and in the end they got put in the awful spots. And now it's back to a 2-goal lead. When you thought Disconnected could maybe bring something out of this game, it's snatched away from them just like that.
That is exactly what they needed to do, was get that. Sluwit is able to get a fairly easy block. Comes out, but Bearded's there with a great rotation. Gets rid of it for the time being. He's going to bump it against the wall. Unable to get a pinch. Sizer gets a hit, but Bearded is there to take it downfield again. Sent straight into the area, but again, Morgan's there to try and get rid of it. Sizer trying to do much, unable to. Morgan's there. It's 1 versus 1 in the net, and Bearded is there to get rid of it. Wi-Fi still gets a touch on it as it comes straight back into the area. Sizer's going to try and do something, but again, nothing can be done. We need some demos. We need some creative plays, because you've nailed down the basics, but now you need to be doing the bit more advanced stuff to make the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the case here from Disconnected. They can't rely on ILV making mistakes anymore. They've got to force them into making them, rather than just thinking, oh, they're just going to make them, spontaneously. That's not going to happen this time. Got to be doing more to get it back in it. And with 90 seconds approaching on the clock now, that's definitely got to be the case, as it is Sizer trying to get into the center once more. And now is Morgan on the back wall. Wi-Fi trying to put it back into Sizer. Can he make the finishing touch? Not to be this time. Now Rox getting it down and the ball out, trying to position it downfield. Sluwit is there, gets contact, but Rox can't make the follow-up touch. Morgan has the clearance. Now Bearded has to retreat back into his own half, but this is super awkward for them. He does not want to be doing that. Sluwit had uncovered those, so it will be safe for now as Sluwit pinches it downfield. Rox has to get a touch on this. He forced the block, unable to get into the middle. Now Sluwit unable to make the center again, and now it is 1 minute left. Sluwit does leave it for Bearded. No shots to be found that time.
No shots, 50 seconds left. 2 goals are needed, otherwise ILV Purple advance from that. Bumps are coming in left, right, and center. The shot comes in. Awkward positioning, but Rox is actually able to make the save. I did not expect that save to happen there. Bearded send it downfield, but Wi-Fi's there to get the block. Snuwu's going to go up, gets a tab, but not much can be done. The net is wide open. Wi-Fi lets it go in, and that will be all she wrote.
Yeah, that's the nail in the coffin for this series. Is ILV. They'll be walking away with the win, and there was some scary moments in this game in particular, but they held their ground. There was a 3-goal lead. I have this one in the bag, and honestly, gotta say, well deserved for them. And after, the tragedy of earlier, where they were forced to forfeit whilst one goal does come in for Disconnected, it will not be enough, and ILV Purple will be happy to walk away with a win here. And they're going on to face Bad Karma next, the rematch from the upper bracket finals earlier today. And it's going to be the big showdown. If ILV can, prove their worth and get the win over Bad Karma to prove that they are the best that we have here in Division 4.
Yeah, 10 seconds on the clock. It's just going to be the formality now. Coming down, Morgan hits it against the backboard once again. The shot comes in, and just for the show of it, Caesar is going to get that goal, and that is what you love to see, because the more you show off, the more you impress people. So why not get another?
Yeah, and you look at Caesar, 5 goals in this game on his own, putting up a big performance. And of course, his both teammates doing exceptionally well, so it is going to be Disconnected, bowing out in 3rd place in the Division 4 playoffs, and GG's to them. And it wasn't the prettiest of series for them, but they stepped up to the plate and brought us some interesting games throughout the series, to say the least. And as for ILV, they advanced to the grand finals, as I said, facing up against Bad Karma just shortly. And that's going to be a big match indeed, and I can't wait to see how that one will pan out.
Yeah, that was a great series in itself. The issue that these teams have got, and I don't understand how they've still got these issues, because at the end of the day, you're in playoffs now, you've been playing with these players for a while, is the basic rotation, the basic boost management is just not there. If they can work on that, then potentially they can come back next season with a bang. They got to playoffs. That's one hell of an achievement in itself. But it was not no, I'm just going to say how it was. It was absolutely awful at times both teams had absolutely awful moments. But, one team were able to step it up, and that is what gave them the victory today. And I honestly think that these teams, they all have potential, because, you don't get to playoffs by just being pretty. You have to be talented. You have to work hard to get there. And that's what they've done. So they've made it to playoffs. Playoffs didn't go your way. Yes, you've been part of the Easter roast, but now you can go away, work on your stuff again. You have ages now until Division 4 starts up again next season. Get grinding is my only sort of message to everyone. If you get knocked out, or even if you don't get knocked out, just get grinding, because that season will come by quicker than you know it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that wraps it up for that series. Of course, you can see on screen right now the updated bracket, and it will be Bad Karma and ILV Purple to face off in our grand finals. A rematch from earlier. Can ILV Purple get their vengeance and prove their worth? We will find out very shortly. We're going to hop to a short break, but when we return, we will have the grand finals of the Division 4 playoffs. Don't go anywhere.